I'm here now in the parking lot of a local gun shop to buy a gun myself. Only teachers can come get books at the teacher sneak peek. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I'm Batman and you're Robin. Zombie Farms comes to Winterville this Saturday. The event starts at 7:30 and it's the 12th annual Haunted Trail. The teacher reuse store is open for 10 days out of the month, so teachers can come get pencils, a computer monitor, and even this whole filing cabinet for free. What if we were MJ and Pippin instead?
Well, that depends. Which one am I?
Well, I mean, like, obviously I'd be MJ.
See, man, here we go again. So you're always doing this.
Some groups met here, following the North Oconee River all the way around Dudley Park on kayaks. Other groups split up on foot to cover the rest, so that way kids can't accidentally eat the wrong cookie. And neither can adults. If you donate your coats to a thrift store, they might just end up with someone like me. Now, I don't really need a coat, but if you want to give one to someone who does, you could give it to Coats for Kids. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm your host, Christian Andrade, and that's all for today's episode of Grady Newsource.
Got 2 from Georgia. I got 5 from Alabama. 1 at LSU.
Coach Scott Cochran is an 8-time national champion.
My saying is, yeah, 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 yeah! And so he named me Coach Yeah.
He got the nickname Coach Yeah from former Alabama football coach Nick Saban for his thundering voice.
I gotta yell over the music, and that's what gave me the headaches.
Cochran said he went to the doctor for years trying everything they gave him, but nothing stopped the migraines.
Then all of a sudden, they give me extended release oxy, and it was like, I can coach all day.
Until one day, he couldn't.
When I overdosed in 2020, when my wife found me dead, is when I knew I need help.
Last year, there were over 107,000 overdose deaths in America. After Cochran's overdose, he went straight to rehab. University of Georgia defensive tackle Warren Brinson remembers when he left.
First thing he did, came back, got in front of the whole team and told us, hey, this is what I was going through, this is a problem, and I went out and got help for it, and I mean, he's been doing great.
Since Cochran left rehab, he's used his voice to tell his story. He met Jeff Breedlove when he spoke at an Athens Recovery Warriors event in February.
We knew right away that we were stronger together.
Breedlove was chief of staff for DeKalb County Commissioner Nancy Jester before he got arrested in 2016.
I've made the news. Everybody knows that I smoke crack and no one's going to hire me.
He went to rehab and has been clean ever since.
I realized that I could live again.
Breedlove founded the American Addiction Recovery Association and invited Cochran to be the president.
What we are trying to do is do exactly what Susan G. Komen did for breast cancer, we're trying to do for addiction.
Thanks to the Susan G. Komen Foundation, athletes wear pink every October on fields across the nation to spread awareness for breast cancer. The AARA plans to do something similar to spread awareness for addiction.
Next year, September, is Recovery Month. Purple is our color. I've got Nike told me that they would give me 10 to 15 teams to actually wear purple on the sidelines and in the game.
If you want real conversations in America, you have them where real Americans are. And I would argue the most integrated part of our community, where it's diverse, is at a high school football game or a college football game.
Yeah, I will purple for Coach Cochran. Hell yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Christian Andrade, Grady Newsource.
Things don't disappear.
Caitlin Noble said she lived in the Dominican Republic when she was little.
There's rivers that look like they're made of trash, like you can't even see the water.
1 in 4 households in the DR don't have access to waste collection services.
As a child, that's kind of hard to look at.
Litter takes years to degrade, and it can leach toxic chemicals into the water supply.
So if people don't want to drink chemicals, they probably shouldn't litter.
Noble was in one of the 15 groups that met at Dudley Park for the 26th annual Athens Rivers Alive. Some groups met here, following the North Oconee River all the way around Dudley Park on kayaks. Other groups split up on foot to cover the rest.
Every single person uses water every single day.
Jackie Sherry is the water conservation coordinator in Athens, Clark County. She said over 1,900 pounds of trash were collected in Athens Rivers Alive last year.
It all ends up in our rivers and all affects the water quality.
Volunteers found mugs, bottles, and even baby dolls in the river. Nathan Stuck volunteered in his first Rivers Alive this year.
My wife signed me up, so I had no choice.
But Stuck is no stranger to cleanups.
I probably do I don't know, 100 cleanups a year on my own.
He said he's picked up trash for 5 to 6 years.
I can't drive down the road and not see litter, and I'm just like, I want to pull over.
Stuck encourages people to pick up litter on their own.
You don't have to wait for the annual cleanup day to actually go serve your community.
If you're like Stuck, finding trash can make your day.
You can have the worst day ever, and then it's just like, I got 3 bags of trash. And there's my wife, like, let's go. She's gonna be... All right, that's my cue.
Christian Andrade, Grady Newsource. 292.4 million tons, nearly 5 pounds of waste per person per day. That's how much trash the U.S. generated in 2018.
What happens to our planet is very important to me.
Sandy Cedarbaum is the reuse coordinator for Athens-Clarke County. She runs the Teacher Reuse Store.
We sort of alleviate waste and allow teachers to have things that they need for their classrooms.
The Teacher Reuse Store gives donated school supplies to teachers for free. In July, they gave out 6 tons of stuff.
That's 6 tons of stuff that teachers didn't have to buy at Walmart, brand new, and was kept out of the landfill.
Over 90% of teachers spend their own money on school supplies, an average of $500 to $750 a year.
I probably wouldn't have as quality stuff or heavy duty stuff.
Patty McIver is a STEM teacher at Cleveland Road Elementary. She said she's been coming to the Teacher Reuse Store about twice a month for the past 4 years.
It's super helpful because I don't have to look to other people to have a wish list, and I don't have to necessarily go out and purchase it.
Miss McIver found just what she was looking for.
Some science microscope stuff. So I am hoping that this set here will be great for the kids to see the elements of a microscope.
The Teacher Reuse Store is open for 10 days out of the month, so teachers can come get pencils, a computer monitor, and even this whole filing cabinet for free. But students, religious groups, small businesses, and more have access to the Reuse Store from noon to 6 on the first Wednesday of every month. Christian Andrade, Grady Newsource.